Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. I'm Elisa Allgood. Today we're stepping into the final stretch before R&R. My dad stopped writing on September 3rd, knowing that anything he sent wouldn't reach my mom before she left San Antonio. But Sarah kept writing through September 7th, pouring out her excitement, her loneliness, and her love, even though she knew he wouldn't read these letters until after their reunion. In these next two letters, written September 4th and 5th, 1971, you can feel her counting down the days. On Saturday, she shops with Jean Sabato, picks out a saucy anniversary surprise, and ends up at a party she didn't really feel like attending. By Sunday, she's packing, ironing, and holding on through her last Sunday alone before boarding that plane to Hawaii on September 9th. Let's start with September 4th, 1971. Hi, love. How does this letter find the best-looking, sexiest husband in the whole world? Getting excited? I hope. I know I am. Just a few more days, baby. By the time you read this, we will have had our 7 short, wonderful, loving R&R. I love you so very much. I got up around 9:30, after putting a quarter in the pot, had bacon and eggs, met Joe. He had the cutest letter for me from a Captain Allgood. Told me you had $58 in chickie money. Ha! You are so precious. I love you so much more every day. That is, if it's possible. After that, I bathed, washed my hair, and dressed to go shopping. Jean Sabato and I went to the mall. Ward's was having a sale on maternity clothes and swimsuits. Jean wanted a new swimsuit. I bought 2 pairs of shorts for $4. We also went shopping for my love. I got you a very nice anniversary surprise that'll make my honey so saucy. You're saucy already, but this will only enhance my darling. You might bitch at me, but I don't think so after you see it. It was selected with so much love. I'd rather shop for my darling any day than for myself. I really got excited today just thinking about how cute you are and how much I hope you like my selection, darling. I love you so very much. After I came home, I had a salad, a huge one, and walked down to Joy's. We shot the shit for a while and then decided to get dressed to go to George and Will's party. I rode out with Joy. The usual people that make all the parties around Westwood were there. I only had 2 drinks and shot more shit with everyone. I wasn't in the mood for a party. I only went because I'm so fond of George and Will, and it was their farewell party. Anyway, Joy and Pam and I left around 12:30. We stopped by Oscar's and had breakfast. We were starved. I broke my diet, but didn't feel too guilty. Sweetheart, I'm very tired and sleepy, so I'm going to make this letter short, but it's written with all the love and heart and soul in the world. I'm yours, only yours, forever and always, Sarah. How was my mom on September 4th? Light-hearted, playful, shopping for something saucy, but also restless and not quite in the mood for parties. But the very next day, her excitement is even stronger as she faces her last Sunday before the trip to Hawaii. Here's her letter from September 5th, 1971, Sunday. My darling, one last lonely Sunday left before we finally will be together. Just think, next Sunday we'll be sleeping, loving, hugging, kissing, fucking, with everything in us. I love you so very much, as if I hadn't told you 1,000 times over and over. I don't think you mind me telling you over and over. I love reading and rereading every last word my precious darling writes. I slept late today, woke up, put a quarter in the pot, had breakfast, and then guess what I started? I straightened the apartment and started packing for our happy meeting. I've never been so anxious about a trip in my life. I washed out my hand clothes so I can get everything all ironed and packed before Wednesday. That way I'll be able to rest and most especially get to bed early Wednesday night. I'll have to leave here no later than 7 a.m. Thursday. I certainly don't want to take any chance on being late. Nothing could keep me away from that airplane on September 9th. Jean and Myra are going to take me to the airport. That way Jean can pick up the car on the way back, so she and Joe will have 2 cars while I'm gone. Jean and Joe called this afternoon, asked me over to have a drink. So Joy and I went over for a while. We came back around 6 so we could do our pork chops. Pam, Cookie, Joy, and myself. It wasn't much. Cookie was in charge of the barbecue. We enjoyed it. At least it was better than all of us being alone. Weekends are bad enough, but holidays are even worse. I kind of dreaded this weekend and being alone because I knew I was going to be all keyed up about the trip, and being alone would only make it worse. Everyone does send their hellos. I don't remember to tell you all the time, but everyone is constantly asking. I love you forever and always, Sarah. Well, that was my mom on September 4th and 5th, 1971. Her last Saturday and Sunday in San Antonio, before flying out to meet my dad in Hawaii. These letters show the swirl of emotions she carried into that long-awaited reunion. Love, longing, nervous anticipation, and a little bit of distraction with friends just to get through the days. By now, the countdown was almost over. Just a couple more letters remained before September 9th, the day she finally boarded the plane to Hawaii. Then we won't have letters while they're there because they'll be together. Thanks for listening to the Allgoods, Vietnam Through the Eyes of Love. If you'd like to support this project, you can find me at buymeacoffee.com/theallgoodslove. Until next time.